Hi everyone. So here's my current situation. I was able to get a good amount of hours to sleep at the Planet Fitness. Um, but then one of the employees said, you can't hang out here in that room all night, basically. Um, and you know, he has a point. It's a gym. It's not a shelter, you know. And so, I got my stuff and I left and whatever. And I'm parked in front of a friend's house who could open up their basement apartment to me and let me stay and be safe. Um, but people are not allowing it. Um, it's been raining a lot. My wipers haven't been working. First thing in the morning, I need a rental. Because not only is it that the side mirror was taken off, um, the wipers aren't working right now in my car. Um, and it's just so unsafe. Like, I drove here and I turned on my hazard lights because I could barely see, you know? This is all becoming so dangerous. My family's not an option and they think I'm going to crack and go there. No, my family's going to kill me if I go there. It is an unsafe place. I mean, is death my fate? Am I going to get killed on the street? Am I going to get killed when I'm out and about because I'm homeless? Because there are people that would open up their home to me. There are people that would give me money to have a place to stay. Over the weekend, I had enough money for a cheap hotel, and I literally went to 10 different hotels, and they didn't let me stay in any of them. You know, I I'm a person that's worked my entire life. I take really good care of myself. I've never done drugs. Okay? Never. And addiction is a disease, and it shouldn't be stigmatized, but I'm not an addict. I'm not here because I did drugs. I'm here because racist people evicted me from my home. That's why I'm homeless. That is the only reason. And I've haven't even been out of work for that long, but it's been, close to a few months. And when you don't have money, what are you supposed to do? And when the bank denies you a loan, what are you supposed to do? Even though your credit is good and you make your payments on time, racist institutions make lies about you so you don't have credit, so you can't take out a loan, you know? And there's people that want to help me. They reach out to me. And for example, there was somebody that gave me a $50 donation in the GoFundMe, and I know she would give me more. I know she would open up her home to me if it was a possibility. Um, that money didn't even go into my bank. I saw the plus sign, but it didn't even go to my bank. Because the racist people are preventing me from getting the help that I need. I shouldn't be homeless. There's plenty of people that would help me. I should have never been evicted from my home. I shouldn't be sleeping in a gym or sleeping in my car, Um, what's going to happen is somebody's going to kill me out there because the racist people have denied me a place to stay. Someone on the street is going to kill me. Probably a white supremacist, probably a very evil, racist person. It is not safe for me. I am a single woman with a tiny dog. I'm someone who's never been in a fight in their life. I am not street savvy or anything like that, I'm somebody who's a homebody, who's usually home, quiet, minding their business, you know? I've never been a party girl. I've always been a very shy person that keeps to themselves. And they're throwing me in a situation that is so dangerous that, is so out of the norm for me. And, you know, you're putting me here. I'm going to get killed by somebody, you know? I can't go to my family. They'll kill me too. They're resenting me for being estranged from them. They're not going to open up their home to me to be caring. They're going to open up their home to kill me. I asked them for money, for help, for moving expenses. They have the money. They didn't give it to me, you know? So that's not an option. I'm in an unsafe situation, and I'm telling the world because I don't want somebody to kill me. I don't want somebody to hurt me. I don't, and I need a safe car to drive. This is all getting ridiculous. They need to stop this. They need to allow me to have a safe place to stay and go back to work and stop this nonsense. This is not who I am whatsoever. You see how young I look. I'll be 38 in August. Does this look like someone who lives a street life? No. I'm someone who takes really good care of themselves. I'm not someone who can survive on the street by any means. And there's so many people that would help me and open up their home or give me money for a safe place to stay, and they're not allowing it. Why? Because they're mad. They're mad that I got better. When I separated from my ex-husband, I did the work on myself. I did the trauma therapy. Now I'm a different person, a better version of myself. I'm not a person that walks with their head down and isn't able to speak like I was before. I'm able to stick up for myself. I have, I still, of course, I still have my issues. I've had a lot of trauma in my life, but I did the work on myself to become a more stable person than I was before. And as a result, I lost friends and family and all that, but I'm healthier now. And racist people resent that because I got better. So they want to put me in this situation so I can have some more trauma in my life so that I can go backwards, so that I can't move forward. And that is so messed up because I help people. I've helped so many people. And now that I'm healthier than before, I can help even more people, And this just isn't right. I shouldn't be homeless. There's people that would help me. Let me stay in their home temporarily. I'm fully capable of working. I've worked since I was 15 years old. I've had a lot of stability in my jobs that I've worked for several years. My coworkers speak very highly of me. There's no reason for me to be in this situation. Usually when someone is in this situation, they have the disease of addiction. And that is very sad, but I am not one of those people, who has problems with addiction. I'm a person that's affected by loved ones who have had problems with addiction, and I ended up in Al-Anon because my ex-husband is an alcoholic and so forth. But I have not, done that. I've never done drugs and I've taken good care of myself, like I said. And, like, I won't survive out here. This is, I won't. I'm not like a street savvy person. I've never been in a fight in my life. And this is just so unsafe, and they just need to allow people to help me to have a safe place to live. Because something really bad is going to happen if they continue this stuff, and it just isn't right. It's cruel. It's beyond cruel. It's evil. And, if you guys can help me in any way, if they allow it, because so many people will, but at the very least, just if you're able to help me stay safe, help me, keep an eye on me, because there's plenty of people that would target a homeless woman, and it just isn't safe, no one should be homeless, no one should ever be in that situation, but it's especially dangerous for me, being, a young single woman by herself. This is very dangerous. Someone has no knowledge of the street, someone who has never lived that life. It's extremely dangerous for me. And I shouldn't be out here. I should have a safe place to live and let people help me. This is just beyond evil. So thank you for listening.